In the summer of 1994, Lakeside Amusement Park, a popular family destination nestled in the suburbs of Colorado, became the eerie backdrop for a chilling series of events that still haunt the town's residents. Known for its vibrant rides and cheerful atmosphere, the park's image was forever changed by what came to be known as the Carousel of Whispers. It started subtly with rumors among the park staff about strange occurrences on the antique carousel. It was an elegant, hand-carved piece dating back to the early 1900s, featuring a menagerie of painted animals that seemed almost alive in the glow of the park lights. But as the summer heat intensified, so did the whispers about the carousel's newest addition, a striking black stallion with fiery red eyes that seemed to unnervingly follow the guests as they moved. Grace, a part-time worker and local college student, was the first to notice something truly amiss. During her evening shifts, she felt an inexplicable chill every time she passed by the carousel. It wasn't just the cold. She heard whispers, faint and distressed, like echoes of a distant conversation. Initially dismissing it as fatigue or overactive imagination, she tried to ignore it until the night she found herself alone on closing duty. As she made her rounds, ensuring all the rides were shut down and secured, the carousel inexplicably began to operate. The music box tune, usually cheerful in the daylight, now played a slow, haunting melody that seemed to warp and twist with each note. Paralyzed with fear, Grace watched as the lights flickered and the black stallion moved on its own, its red eyes glowing more intensely. Compelled by a mix of fear and curiosity, Grace approached the carousel. As she neared the black stallion, the whispers grew louder, turning into clear voices crying for help, begging to be freed. The air around her thickened with the scent of old dry paint and rusted metal, mixed with something more sinister, like the faint smell of decay. Suddenly, the music stopped, and Grace found herself plunged into darkness. When the lights snapped back on, she was alone, the stallion now eerily still. But the ground beneath it was damp, with what appeared to be fresh, dark stains. Blood had seeped through the wooden floorboards of the carousel. The police were called, and an investigation began. They discovered that several children had disappeared at the park over the past few decades, with each disappearance unexplained and unresolved. Forensic tests confirmed that the stains under the black stallion were indeed blood, matched to several of the missing children. The carousel was shut down, and the park faced scrutiny and declining visitors. The black stallion was removed, and an investigation into its origin revealed it had been added only a year prior, acquired at an obscure auction from an unknown seller. Though the carousel resumed operation the following summer, the chilling melody it once played was never heard again. Parents steered their children away from it, and at night, some claimed that the figures of children could be seen riding the carousel, their silent screams swallowed by the wind. The truth about what happened on the carousel never fully emerged, leaving only whispers and shadows in its wake. The Carousel of Whispers became a grim reminder of the past, turning a place of joy into a locale of unresolved sorrow and eerie mystery. In the heart of summer 2008, Ocean's Crest Water Park in Florida was a beacon of splashes, laughter, and sun-soaked memories. It boasted the highest water slides and the wildest wave pools, drawing in crowds from all over the state. But by the time autumn rolled in, the waves of joy had receded, replaced by a tide of terror that would forever darken the park's bright blue waters. It all began with the unveiling of the Abyssal Plunge, a towering water slide that promised thrill seekers the ride of their lives. Advertisements boasted of its extreme height and pitch-dark tunnel that simulated plunging into the depths of the ocean. Within weeks of its opening, however, unsettling rumors started to circulate about the slide. Visitors reported inexplicable malfunctions with the water flow and lights flickering inside the tunnel, creating a disorienting effect as they descended into the dark. Some emerged shaken, swearing they heard whispers or felt hands grasping at their feet. But these were merely dismissed as side effects of the adrenaline rush, until one fateful evening when the slide claimed its first victim. Emily Harris, a vibrant 22-year-old, ascended the slide's spiral staircase. With her friends, laughing and anticipating the thrill, she never emerged from the tunnel. After a tense hour of search and rescue efforts, divers were dispatched into the slide's exit pool, where they discovered Emily's body, her features contorted in an expression of sheer horror. The autopsy revealed drowning as the cause of death, but the mystery deepened with the discovery of numerous scratches along the slide's inner walls, as if someone, or something, had been desperately trying to claw their way out. The park closed the slide for investigation, but the darkness had already seeped into its heart. 2 weeks later, despite thorough safety checks and no reasonable explanation for the malfunction, the slide reopened. But again, tragedy struck. Another rider, a young man this time, vanished within the tunnel. His body was found in similar circumstances to Emily's, leading to a frenzy of media attention and growing fear among the public. Whispers turned into outright claims of a curse. The staff spoke of seeing shadows flitting through the water, or hearing anguished cries echoing through the slide's tunnel during closing hours. The park's management, desperate to cleanse its tarnished reputation, conducted multiple exorcisms and invited paranormal investigators, but the incidents only escalated. Finally, the park was forced to close when a night security guard was found unconscious near the pool, mumbling about, eyes in the darkness, before slipping into a coma. Ocean's Crest Water Park never reopened, its once joyful expanse now a silent, abandoned monument to its dark past. Locals say the abyssal plunge was built over a cavernous underground spring, long rumored to be haunted by the spirits of those lost to its depths. Whether truth or legend, the tale of the slide remains a chilling reminder of the park's plunge into the abyss, leaving behind a legacy of fear and mystery shrouded in the watery darkness. In the dry, sprawling deserts of New Mexico, near the now infamous town of Roswell, a chilling series of events unfolded in the summer of 1947 that would leave an indelible mark on the town and the wider world. Known for its clear skies and remote tranquility, Roswell became the epicenter of one of the most enigmatic and debated true crime horror stories involving alleged extraterrestrial activity. It began with a local rancher, Mac Brazel, discovering strange debris scattered across his vast property. The materials were unlike anything he'd seen, lightweight yet incredibly strong, with unusual inscriptions that resembled no known language. Intrigued and unsettled, Brazel contacted the local sheriff, who in turn notified the authorities at the nearby Roswell Army Airfield. The military quickly cordoned off the area, and what followed was shrouded in secrecy. Initial reports from the military proclaimed the recovery of a flying disc, a claim that was almost immediately retracted, replaced with the explanation that the debris was merely a weather balloon. But the townspeople of Roswell had already seen enough to fuel widespread speculation. Among the whispered accounts, one in particular stood out. a nurse at the Roswell Army Airfield, known only as, Anne, in accounts to protect her identity, reportedly confided in a close friend about a horrifying encounter. According to Anne, she was summoned for what she believed was an emergency medical procedure at the base's medical facility. Upon arrival, she was led into a secure area where, instead of a human patient, she found the bodies of 3 strange beings under examination. Anne described the beings as frail and humanoid, but with large, almond-shaped eyes and skin that appeared almost translucent. She was instructed to assist in a bizarre medical examination that seemed more akin to an autopsy. The procedures, she claimed, were being documented in meticulous detail by military personnel, suggesting a high level of government involvement. As the story spread, so did the military's efforts to contain it. Within days, Anne and other potential witnesses were nowhere to be found, their whereabouts a mystery that persisted. The local newspaper received threats and other forms of pressure to retract their stories, and residents speaking out about the incident were quickly silenced by anonymous threats. In the decades that followed, Roswell became synonymous with UFO lore, attracting researchers, conspiracy theorists, and media from around the world. Despite numerous investigations, both official and unofficial, the true nature of the debris and the alleged extraterrestrial bodies remains cloaked in mystery. The U.S. government's steadfast denial and the subsequent release of various reports attributing the incident to top-secret surveillance projects did little to quench the public's thirst for the truth. The Roswell incident thus remains a chilling and contentious topic, a true crime story where the victims, if they ever existed, were perhaps not of this world. The echoes of the unknown continue to haunt Roswell, a lasting legacy of that mysterious summer night when the skies of New Mexico might have unveiled one of the darkest secrets of our universe. Until next time, friends, good night.